5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let me kill the music because Facebook will shut you down. How you guys doing, man? If you can hear me, do me a favor and give a sign language round of applause. This is our round of applause. Listen, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Let me make sure you guys understand why we're here, especially if you're brand new, right? If you're brand new, we're here today to talk about two things, your cash flow and your income. My name is Brian M. Bean. I'm the founder of an organization called the Extra Digit Movement. And what that means is we show you how to increase your net worth one digit at a time, right? You're listening to a guy that was very, very fortunate to retire when I was only 22 years old because I caught the right industry at the right time. And guess what? The timing that you guys have right now is actually better than the timing I had 23 years ago. I was only 22, but I caught a home-based business trend that swept the country. And I'm still living off of that one wave. If you guys don't understand, trust me, sometimes you can be in the right place at the right time, and I'll take that any day of the week. And you guys are now in the right place at the right time, not just the webinar, but at this point in your life where Americans are becoming more and more financially educated. They're looking for knowledge, they're looking for information, they're thirsty for information when it relates to their finances, and they're hungry. And what we do is show people how to have their own home-based business. We show people how to get paid every single day of the week. We show people how to get a residual check every single month on the 10th. We're not gonna go to a complete overview tonight. What we do is show you guys some of the wealth secrets that just really are never taught in schools. And the fact of the matter is you can get paid every single solitary day, guys. I was very, very fortunate to start a home-based business 7 months ago, and I'm approaching $45,000 per month in minimum income. It's unbelievable. And this just happened over the past 30 days. So to be at a point where you can make, between $500,000 and $1 million in 1 year is pretty astounding. And all we do really is share information. We share knowledge. We love doing it. In Extra Digit, we have a lot of fun doing it. I've been known to clown. I'm probably the silliest one of them all. So just loosen up a little bit, grab you some water, right? I got one of my co-hosts coming on, and we're gonna show you guys Devin clowning too. We're gonna say, I see that, Devin. I don't miss much. I miss a lot, but I don't miss much. We're gonna have some fun tonight. So we're not gonna be long at all. This thing may be our worksheet tonight is really, really quick. Couple of quick announcements. We're doing this every night. We started off on Sunday, and you can go back to the same fan page, howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. It's our fan page. It's a Facebook page, but that's the domain, howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. And you can see Sunday night's training, which was on the #1 asset you can own in America. You can see last night's training, which was the banker's secret, right? What is the #1 asset you can own is Sunday, and why? I want you guys to go see that one. And the banker's secret. The banker has a little secret that he's not telling you guys, and that's why he ends up with, almost $1 million, and we end up struggling after we retire. And once you get the banker's secret and become the bank, you can get wealthy. Who's ready for wealth? Raise your hand. Let me know. All right, so let's go into another announcement. Tomorrow at 9:25, right back here, just change the number after the word cash flow. So tonight is cash flow 3. Tomorrow will be cash flow 4. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Right? So I want to hear everybody, what's the password? Each night, just add a new number. And we keep all the hackers out, and all the racists out, and all the perverts out that try to get into our Zooms. And it's just the devil trying to stop us. And we not going to let it happen. Right? They got me once. They ain't going to get me again. And if they get me again, I'll meet y'all on the fan page, which is howtoincreaseyourcashflow.com. So we got backup, right? One time for everybody, they ain't gonna let the enemy stop us. All right, that includes you too. So tomorrow's password, we don't post it everywhere because I don't know how these hackers work. They ain't got nothing better to do. We're trying to get rich, all right? So they got to make us change the password every night, and that's what we'll do. So just add one letter tomorrow. So tomorrow will be cash flow 4, and then Thursday will be the final one, cash flow 5. Thumbs up. So I got a good friend of mine I'm gonna bring up tonight. I love this gentleman from the bottom of my heart because he is the epitome of a man's man. This gentleman is a family man. He's been successful his whole life. I've never known him to be without resources, and not just material things, but a wealth of knowledge and information. He is the baddest man on the planet when it comes, anything he puts his mind to, I'm telling you, he's going to excel, and he's doing that. He just hit the position of area director yesterday. Now, for those who don't know that are brand new watching, an area director is a person who receives or positions himself for our car bonus of $500 a month, it goes all the way up to $3,000. An area director positions himself for our $500 a month presidential bonus. It goes all the way up to $100,000 a month. An area director positions himself for thousands of dollars in residual income per month, and we get paid every single day. I don't think y'all hear me. Like right before the Zoom tonight, another $500.55. Oh, y'all might want to play this number if you believe in luck. Another 55555 just hit my account at about 8 o'clock tonight, 9:15. $555.55 just hit the account. And then yesterday, $498 hit the account. And then the day before, 800 and what's that, 24? Mm-hmm. $824 hit the account the day before. So guys, you can get in here and average between $500 and $1,000 per day, like minimum. So right before the Zoom, 555 got transferred over. I think I'll go play 555.555 later on. And we're gonna show you guys how to get these daily checks. Not tonight, we're gonna show you the education we use. Y'all do me a big favor and give me a virtual round of applause for my mentor, the man with the plan tonight. His topic is stop leaving money on the table. Monty Montgomery, what's up?
Hey there, Brian. Can you hear me okay?
Hey man, we got a good topic for you, man. With all that money you got, you ready?
Well, yes, sir. I am trying to do my best to be the best copying machine of Mr. Brian Bean. If I can do that and do half as well, I'll be happy.
Well, I appreciate it, man. This topic is really cool, Monty, because a lot of people don't know that there's a lot of money they're leaving on the table. They go out and try to get new money, but the fact is, you can do more with the money you have. Monty, real quick, just explain income shifting, just the idea, the concept. Everybody out here trying to make money. What does income shifting do, and what has it done for you since Making Wealth Real?
Well, quite simply, Brian, income shifting is simply taking the money that was honestly taken out of your household and bringing that money back into your household. So, for example, with me having an opportunity to be a part of this magnificent team and this organization, MWR Financial, I was able to get money that was going out of my paycheck every 2 weeks by leveraging the Money Max system and the experts. Uploaded my W-2, my pay stubs and my previous year's taxes. They were able to go into their system, plug my information in, and bring back to me $250 every payday or $500 a month back into my household. And so income shifting is taking money that essentially the government was taking out of my paycheck before I even saw it and bringing that $250 every payday back into my house, giving me options to be able to do more things that I would want to do right now, as opposed to waiting somewhere down the road and hopefully getting a portion of that money back.
Nice, nice. So you made a $500 pay increase by letting our experts adjust your W-4. And those that don't know, we do a lot, man. We do a whole lot. Our experts are standing by to help you with every area of your finances. Now, do me a favor. The person who introduced you to tonight's wealth webinar, tonight's cash flow class, just do me a favor. Inbox them right now. Text them right now and say, I'm on cash flow. Just say CFC3. I'm on CFC3. That way, when we hang up, we get our text message. We'll show you how to let the expert start helping you make, the daily pay, how to increase your cash flow, how to Monty qualify, or it's really close to qualifying for his car bonus and all these different things. But just let them know you are watching CFC, cash flow class number 3. So when we hang up, we don't have to scurry and try to find you. So Monty, you got $500 back. Now, what do we do with the money? People misunderstand this. We're gonna pull up the worksheet now. But what do we do with the money? Do we go out and ball out? We got an extra 500. The government gave it back to you. Why did the government give you $500 back? What you have to do first?
Well, again, it was using the system that we have in place to bring that money back into my household. So again, I took my 2 pay stubs, my last year's taxes, uploaded that into our online portal. The experts took over at that point, and eventually they shot me an email back and let me know that, hey, based upon our calculations, you should be receiving X number of dollars back in your paycheck. We've created a new W-4 for you to submit to your employer, and then that next payday, I started seeing that money. And what I ended up doing, Brian, was not necessarily taking it and balling out with it, because again, we want to be students of our system, and we've got to show examples in our own households, in our own lifestyle. So I took that money, poured it over into Equity Max, and began to pay down debts. And I think right now I paid off 2 credit cards. I have a 3rd credit card that will honestly be paid by the end of this month. And we're just continuing to snowball that and pay off all of those debts. Like we were talking about, I think at some other time, looking at revolving debt and really trying to knock that out.
Nice, nice. Guys, put this in the comments for me. The government got you in debt, they should get you out. The government got you in debt, they should get you out. So what happens is when you have a home-based business, you can adjust your W-4. That's how he got $500 more. Can y'all imagine, instead of a stimulus check one time, you get $500 per month in your account? That's money that was going out, $250 every pay period, $250 just going out the window. And our enrolled agents with the IRS will help you adjust your W-4. Now that you have a home-based business, and our home-based business, you're looking at it, it's showing people how to get wealthy using their own money. We show people the concept of income shifting, which is how to get wealthy with your own money. So guys, what he's talking about is called Money Max. Money Max, I want you guys to get this, because a lot of people don't understand the power of having experts work for you. Money Max is a staff of enrolled agents with the IRS that in your portal, you upload 2 pay stubs, you upload last year's tax returns, and our membership allows them to help you get money in your pocket. Credit Max, you upload your 3 reports, Equity, TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax, and our experts of that division go to work for you, been cleaning up credit for 30 years. Monty was talking about Equity Max, where he took the new money he had and snowballed it into 2.5, going on 3 credit cards. So if the government would give you back some of your tax dollars, then you can go get wealthy. And then we have Wealth Max. All of this for $4 a day. You starting a home-based business. We're not gonna get into it tonight, but we're gonna show you some of the stuff that is costing you thousands of dollars due to a lack of education. Man, these cash flow classes have been unreal. The feedback last night from Amber Johnson and the Banker's Secret, unreal. The bank getting 600,000, giving you 40,000. Well, tonight is gonna blow you away. Last night we said become the bank. Tonight, let's go get some money, Monty. So we call this Stop Leaving Money on the Table. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so let's pull this up, guys. Now I'm gonna give you a link in the chat in a second to show you guys exactly how this works. So Monty, who's got the money right now? Who's the big bad wolf that has most of our American dollars?
Taxes.
The federal government, that's right. So Monty, let's break this down. So we got one person, let's say Robert, who refuses to get his W-4 adjusted. He just wants a refund every year. You got Angela, who said, no, 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 no. I'm in Making Wealth Real, and I'm going to, for 10 years, use these strategies that they taught me. Let's talk about the math on line 1 versus the math on line 2. What is line 1 doing?
Well, line 1, Robert is, he's right now averaging about $500 a month that he is essentially giving to the government on the front end every month because he would not adjust his W-4. And that $500 a month rounds out to about $6,000 a year. And when we look at that $6,000 a year, and then let's fast forward over a 10-year period, Robert has essentially given the government $60,000 of his money, and they give him a portion of that back at the end of the year, right, the next year, and then he doesn't do anything with that but to take it and to spend it. So that's $60,000 that he could have had during the course of the year doing other things with. He gave it to the government for free. They gave him a portion of it back, and then he spent that.
All right, now, if you're smart, you understand that re means again, and fund means money. So a tax refund is your money again. Guys, let me tell you something. Now, I have an English degree, and I went to Morehouse College, and I didn't learn a whole lot about numbers, but my English degree did teach me prefixes. I thought I was going to law school. So if re means again, and fund means money, That means a tax refund is simply your money again. So we celebrate, woo, it's tax season, woo, I get a refund. Well, instead of getting your money once a year, next year, when prices have gone up, instead of getting your money once a year, next year, when debt and credit cards are building, instead of getting your money once a year, next year, when the government invested all your money, and instead of getting your money once a year, next year, when they're giving you some of it back, then Monty, we so behind, we file rapid refund and give them more money. Then your refund is taxed because they consider it income. So they tax you when they took your money. You file rapid refund when they got your money. Then they tax you again on your tax refund because you didn't have any money. And then you use all that money to pay the bills back that you wouldn't have if you weren't getting a refund. Just a theory I've been working on. So Monty, do me a favor. Break this down for me. Now, a person chooses to get their W-4 adjusted. Let me put this link in the chat so you guys can have it, right? So Monty, if I get my W-4 adjusted, I'm ready to rock and roll. Let me put this in the chat. Everyone in the meeting can have this link right here. Boom, go get that for later. Now, Monty, what happens if I adjust my form right now?
Well, one of the things, Brian, and I'm not going to say that I paid a lot of attention when I was in school too, but one thing stuck with me that one of my teachers said, and that was, he said, the present value of money is worth more than the future value of money. And namely because of some of the things that you were already naming just a few minutes ago, you know, like the cost of living, inflation, you know, bills and all of those things continuing to go up. And so our money, our dollar doesn't go as far, you know, if we wait and let our money pick it up a year or so later in the form of a quote unquote refund. So Angela was a little bit smarter. She took her $500 basically and took that money and adjusted the W-4, brought that money back into her household every month. And so when you look at that money, she brought it back over a 10-year period. She didn't just sit on it, but she went ahead and invested it. She didn't spend it as Robert did, but invested it, earning 8% that was compounding interest throughout the year. And so when you look at the end of 10 years, she has turned that $500 a month into $91,000 as opposed to the $60,000 that Robert would have had if he even held on to it. Right? But her money now has compounded. She's netted somewhere around $29,000 plus by investing that money and taking it into her household and not giving it to the government.
In other words, instead of waiting till next year, she putting the $500 a month, the same $6,000, she putting hers to work now and letting it compound.
Absolutely.
Now, Monty, I got something I'm gonna share about it before we go. We ain't gotta bore everybody. We don't even have to bore people, but let's look at what happens over the course of a 10-year period, a 15-year period, and a 30-year period. Monty, just break down scenario 2, 90,000 versus what?
90,000 versus 173,000. The money is nearly almost doubled the same amount of money over the same period of time, spending it as opposed to investing it, getting it during the year and investing it, and the money is nearly double.
And then over a 30-year period, which a lot of people will be working for like 30 years, what did they end up with? Woo!
Most people spend a career working 20 to 30 years. And in that same period of time, now you got $180,000 by just getting a refund every year over that 30-year period versus getting that money back into your household to start with, investing it over the same 30 years. And now you're looking at over $250,000.
Man, let me tell you something, guys. Put this in your notes if you don't do nothing else. Take a screenshot of that last sentence. There's a difference between the simple world and the compound world. If you get in the tax refund, guys, you're in the simple world. And people miss that. You got to get out the simple world and into the compound world. That's the first thing. There's a big difference between the middle class who get taxed and wealthy people defer taxes. See, people just do something different. There's a difference between a tax refund and getting your money up front. That slight change is the difference between $60,000 to $90,000 with your refund, if you still getting it, and $745,000 that you can have when you retire. Don't get taxed up front. Defer your taxes so it can grow. That's not tax evasion. That's called tax minimization.
Absolutely.
Don't live in a simple world where you get a tax refund like everybody else. Live in the compound world where $500 a month works for you every month. Don't live in the refund world. You deserve your money. Live in the upfront world. And I think people miss that. Guys, do me a favor. Put in the comments why you think everybody favors a refund when they just don't know. I just gave you one answer. They just don't know that it's really your money. You were taught to loan the government some free money. They hold it, invest it, and give you some of it back after you prove to them what you did with your money. Like, this is crazy. So a lot of people don't really understand how the tax game works. Why do you think people just refuse to get the money in their check and they going to work every day? Mindset, confused, not educated. That's right. Instant gratification. I see it. Lack of information. That's right. This is crazy. Tamika said this is crazy. Yes, it is crazy. Lack of education, more money, ignorance. Why do you think everybody gets a refund? That's right. Richard said it's the biggest check most people get. So because they're not used to 4-figure checks and things like that, it's the biggest check they get. So mindset, they get excited about it. You know what I mean?
Yes, they do, Brian. I think also it's got a lot to do with that mindset that you were referring to, where people believe that in order to make money, that they are the only person that has to get up and work for it. They got to go work hard to make money. And that's what Robert's doing. He's working hard. And because he felt like he's worked hard, he wants his refund so he can go play with it. Angela, in this example, she learned that her money can work for her. And so now she's hired somebody. Mm-hmm. She's hired her money, put her money to work for those 30 years. So it's not just her working, her money's out there working. And that's the paradigm shift I think that a lot of people miss. If they were only able to capture that and put that money to work, then life in 30 years is a whole lot better than it would have been for Angela than it would be for Robert.
And guys, this is what I want you to get before we go. I'm gonna read you something straight from the government website, from the IRS, right before we go. A lot of people say, well, I don't know about this home-based business thing. You think everything is a scam. You think everything ain't the flower, okay? Everything ain't the susu. This ain't no cash exchange of people getting on an app called Telegram with an administrator. This ain't no flower, this ain't no susu, this ain't no gifting. Our home-based business is what you're seeing tonight. We are financial educators. Put that in the comments. Put that as a note. We are financial educators. We don't have a license. We don't need a license. We don't have to go back to school and get in debt. We don't have an insurance license and chargebacks. We don't have a Series 66 or whatever. We don't have none of that. I'm not knocking any of that, but we're just educators. When you open your mind up, it's like a parachute, right? It only works if it's open, right? They say your mind is like a parachute. It only works if it's open. When you open your mind up to what wealthy people do and you start doing what they do, you'll get what they have. I didn't go from a $228 investment to $500,000 this year by not opening my mind up. Because when I was broke, I was like, wait a minute, it must be something I don't know. It's got to be something I don't know because everybody's not broke. So Brian, what is it about you that you need to learn so you can get up there to the $500,000 and $1 million per year? I made a small decision in November of 2019. And now I'm making between $500 and $1,000 a day on one way we get paid. And the other ways we get paid bring me over $45,000 a month. Over a $228 decision. And I get to sit in front of my people and educate them on how it's done legally, ethically, and morally, with enrolled agents from the IRS helping you with the forms, with trained credit restoration specialists helping you with your reports, with a company called Bill Shredder, with trained negotiators helping you shred your bills, with financial advisors who are licensed for the past 20 years, helping you purchase land and assets for $228. You might want to text the person right now who introduced you. You might want to inbox the person whose watch party you're watching and say, I am watching CFC number 3. That's cash flow class number 3. Before we go, Monty, check this out. I got a little something I want to show everybody because I know they think we just two guys just talking trash. Who are we? Who are these guys? I don't know. Okay, look. You don't believe me? I'm not even going to show you all the testimonies of the credit scores and all that. How about this? On the IRS website, Monty, it says IRS warns taxpayers who got a big refund to do a paycheck checkup. Now, this isn't Brian talking. This is the IRS, your federal government's collection agency for all taxes. After filing your tax returns, many people put taxes far out of their mind. However, taxpayers who received a large tax refund this year should think about their taxes again, and the sooner the better. Most taxpayers get refunds averaging around $2,800 a year. Now, I know some of y'all like, that's low. I get $6,000, right? Taxpayers who receive large refunds could receive more of their money throughout the rest of this year, rather than waiting until they file next year. Blah, blah, blah. The calculator, I'm on the right side, the calculator can help navigate each tax situation to make sure the amount of taxes benefits each withheld best fits each taxpayer. It can help taxpayers decide if getting more money in their check would make more financial sense than getting a tax refund next year. Adjusting withholding amounts now could prevent you from having too little taxes withheld, resulting in an unexpected tax bill next year. So our enroll agents with the IRS, also known as the Alphabet Boys, they go in and instead of you doing it wrong, they do it right. Please raise your hand if you agree that some IRS enroll agents may know something about getting you your money back, okay? So what we want you guys to do, that's our 30 minutes of fame. We're back tomorrow with another cash flow class, another wealth worksheet that you guys can use just to see how the banks get over on you and how it can stop. Just to see how the IRS is urging you from 2018, get your money up front, people. And if you get with our enroll agents, you upload your pay stubs and chat with them as part of your membership. They do all the work for you. They show you how to hire your children. They show you how to get your money up front. They show you how to get exemptions as well as deductions. Most of you guys are only getting deductions. You need to also get exemptions. Our credit experts get things removed off your credit for you. All of that for $4 a day. Guys, I don't know any other way than to tell you that these checks come every single day, and there's no way in the world that you too, if I can make $500,000 my first year in the business, if not more, if you just fall short and happen to stumble up on an extra 100,000, who's in? If you just fall short and roll up on an extra 40,000 at home, who's in? If you give yourself an $8,000 pay raise this year, let's just say $600 a month extra, who's in? Guys, that's what it's all about. So Monty, I appreciate your time, big guy. As usual, you are a rock star. I can't wait till you guys see Wealth Worksheet number 2 tomorrow night, same time, not the same password, add a different number, which will be 4 tomorrow night. If you guys are brand new, do me a favor. Get with the person who introduced you tonight and let them know that you were on cash flow class number 3. Text them right now, inbox them right now. They'll help you get the membership and let the experts work for you. Guys, Monty is now our newest area director, getting his car bonus qualified shortly, getting his daily guarantee up to $1,500 a month, getting his $500 presidential bonus. Monty, congrats, man. Closing words. Anything you want to say about that promo?
Hey, man, I appreciate you to the moon and back. This is an awesome, awesome opportunity to have the chance to be mentored by someone who's done it a number of times, but in this particular business, he's shown all of us how to get straight to the top. So there's absolutely no excuses, no reasons why we can't duplicate. So Brian, it's my pleasure, man. Enjoy being with you. And I want to take this ride all the way to the top, brother.
All right, man, let's do it. Hey guys, we're having a virtual party Saturday for all the area directors. Let me let you know that right now. Quick plug, shameless plug. It'll be in the same room, different password. I'll let you know. but everybody's invited. It's for area directors. We're going to celebrate area directors, but everybody's invited to our virtual party this Saturday for all newly promoted area directors. Bring your whole team, bring some prospects, bring something to drink. We're going to toast it up and we're going to tell some funny stories. This celebration is called a toast or a roast. And you're going to hear some funny stories about their journey to area director. So we're going to see you guys on Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow night first. God bless. I'm Brian Bean, See the Magazines. Have a good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.